I'm Gwen Bailey, member of the Association of Pet Behaviour Counsellors, clinical animal behaviourist with the Animal Behaviour and Training Council, and founder and director of Puppy School. And this is Otto. Dogs are very sociable animals, and if we've built a strong bond with them, they love to be with us. They miss us when we're not there, unless they're trained to cope with isolation. I have a question for you. How long can you leave a young puppy alone for without it becoming distressed? The answer is coming up later in the video. Some dogs have never been taught to be alone and can become very distressed. We can't make them understand we'll be coming back by using words. So for them, it must be like their whole family has driven off and abandoned them. Similar parts of their brain are activated to when we lose someone important to us. But they don't have the ability to understand or reason that we will be coming back home again eventually unless they have got used to it gradually. They can get very upset and stay this way until you get home, sometimes hours later. Imagine being that stressed all week while owners work and what that must do to your immune system and your sense of well-being. Some dogs will make a noise, some will be destructive, and some will have house training accidents because of their distress. For pups brought up during the pandemic, they may never have known a time when no one was at home and are going to suffer when life returns to normal. But it doesn't have to be like this. All dogs can learn to cope with being alone, but now is the time to start isolation training. This is Buddy. He's an 8-month-old Cocker Spaniel with a loving, conscientious family, but until this point had never been left alone during the day. As you can see, there is lots of activity and no relaxation. If owners had been going back to work and had left him for a few hours and then did the same again the next day, it is likely that Buddy would have developed quite a severe separation problem very soon after family life returned to normal. So the answer to my earlier question about how long you can leave a young puppy alone for without it becoming distressed is usually just a few seconds. And this is natural. Evolution develops social pain for both mothers and puppies if they're separated, which helps keep them together and keeps the puppies safe until they can fend for themselves. Buddy already has a nice, secure relationship with members of his family and was well loved and happy. He'd just never been left. From our test video, it was clear that Buddy could only be alone for about 20 seconds before he began to get agitated. So we started leaving him for that time and no longer. We also put a sheet over the glass door so that he couldn't see through, making it more obvious that he was alone. It's important to go back in before any distress begins so he can learn to feel okay about being alone. Gradually, we built up the time he could cope alone for. It took 6 weeks and over 100 leave sessions, but gradually he learned to relax. Every time something changed, such as taking the sheet off the door, we needed to go back to leaving him for less time again and slowly increase. We were careful not to leave him on days when he was agitated, upset, hungry, or full of energy. This training was only done once he had all his needs met. For a young dog like this included giving him plenty of physical and mental exercise so that he was tired and ready to rest. Eventually, he started to relax when left, and he can now be left for over an hour. He relaxes at once and is soon fast asleep, all ready for when the family resumes their work and school lives and begin to leave him alone again. If your puppy or dog hasn't learned to be alone, why not start today? Go at their speed, leave for less time if there's any agitation, and gradually increase until they're happy to be left for at least 1 hour while the whole family is out of the house. The training for your dog may take less time or more time than for Buddy, but be guided by what they can cope with and you will build a strong foundation that will last for a lifetime of absences.